Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about this. It says Wonder Woman is your Zionist white feminist hero. Now, obviously, Zionism is a Jewish movement, but there are a lot of rumors that Zionists are actually satanic and they're to do with the Illuminati and Freemasons. Of course, we have no proof of this, but there's been rumors about it for ages. So, just because Gal Gadot might be a Zionist doesn't necessarily mean that the character that she plays, Wonder Woman, is also a Zionist. Like, you can go on about how Gal Gadot and um, Wonder Woman represent the same person, the Rev 12 woman, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have everything in common. It just means that they have some things in common. Like, that Z, that's for the Zika virus. I think it's to do with flu or something like that. But a lot of people are saying that this Las Vegas shooting was a whole massive, like, false flag event. And there's a lot of fake news going around about it. So it's hard to ascertain what is fake news and what is real news. Like, this story says ISIS claim responsibility in Las Vegas shooting. And then this story says Stephen Paddock was Las Vegas shooter radicalized by ISIS before attack. And then this one says there's no evidence linking the Las Vegas shooting to ISIS. So what out of those three things is actually true? Like, maybe all of these things are false. We don't know. Like, I mean, obviously ISIS would claim responsibility of it because, like, they would basically claim responsibility of any mass shooting at this point, just to get their ideals out there more and get more people radicalized. Like, well, they wouldn't just claim responsibility of mass shootings; they would claim responsibility of just normal shootings as well. Like, um, but basically, like, at the end of the day, I don't think many people's going to buy it if ISIS claim responsibility for just like a normal drive-by shooting. Like, um, yeah. Notice I used the word normal. That's how bad it's got. That a drive-by shooting is a normal everyday event. Like, I mean, here you have one side, the good side, with Ray, the Rev 12 woman. Then you have the other side, which is the bad side, with your Obama type character Finn. Because Finn represents just like a shark's fin. Because the beast out of the sea is basically seen as a shark. Like, see this picture right here? It shows Luke as the Jesus Christ character at the top, coming to judge all of these people below him. Like, all of these people here represent all of the people on the earth. Like, here comes the X-Wing that acts as the eagle of Revelation 12. So you see how Luke is as the pyramid, and they're underneath the pyramids, these people, see? Because they're underneath Luke. So they're underneath the burdens of Egypt. They're underneath the burdens of the pyramid. They're underneath the burdens of Luke. Does that mean that they're under the burdens of Satan, or does it mean they're under the burdens of Jesus? Well, I'll leave that up for you to decide. I mean, the Christians will eventually be freed from the burdens of Egypt when we get our salvation. But I don't think people of other religions and faiths will be released from the burdens of Egypt. Like, I mean, Luke has a green lightsaber because the green is for Islam. So you see how we are underneath the burdens of Islam, like what with ISIS and everything. See the blue lightsaber for Jesus. But are we really under the burdens of Islam and ISIS? Like, is that just what the mass media want us to think? Is that what the mainstream media wants us to think? Is that what the Illuminati and Freemasons want us to think? By creating mass panic and hysteria? Is that what all of the world governments want us to think? So that they keep us under their control? Again, good side with Luke and Jesus. Bad side with Kylo Ren and Satan. See, red versus white. Good versus evil. Sometimes it can be red versus blue. Red for Satan, blue for Jesus, white for heaven. See how Luke's even got a beard, just like people thought Jesus had a beard. Is it fine to worship Wonder Woman as a goddess, even though she's a fictional character? Like, surely you should be worshipping, like, your real gods, God and Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. Like, I mean, even if you think Gal Gadot is a reincarnation of a goddess, that's more believable because Gal Gadot is actually a real person. Like, I mean, I get that certain people like want to kiss like Gal Gadot's feet and Wonder Woman's feet, but I mean, you can only take this whole thing so far before it starts bordering on stupid. So, the Groks just come out with this video going on about the writing on the wall. Now that goes back to Sam Smith's song, Writing on the Wall, that he did for the James Bond film, Spectre. Now, don't forget, his name is Sam Smith, just like Smith is another name for Satan. Also, Spectre represents just like Hydra in Marvel. It represents just like the Illuminati and Freemasons. A secret society of elite satanic people. A cult. Or cults. We don't know how many people make up this cult or cults. So, We've even had this Marilyn Manson tour on hold after giant gun prop topples on him during show. Now, this was pointed out to me by one of our teammates. You know who you are. Well, Alex, thank you. So, basically, some people would say, oh, it represents the Great Millstone, like, falling on him. Or, it could represent the Great Sword for World War III falling on him. Because, have you heard, like, in some of the Grox One's videos, he says, sometimes, that the gun represents the sword. Like, basically, even, this channel was pointed out to me by the same teammate, Alex. And basically, this channel is called Miss Synchronicity. And she's very similar to Gigi Young. But in my personal opinion, Gigi Young is better, though. But to be honest, it's all there's a lot of Buddhism incorporated into Gigi's channel and Miss Synchronicity's channel. And it could even be associated with a Buddhism to do with Iron Fist. So anyway, basically, see this guy called Captain Cardinal? Like, people saying that he might be in The Last Jedi. I very much doubt that. But, basically, you see how he wears red for Satan? And he represents just like the Cardinal out of the Musketeers. See how he wears red for Satan? He represents just like Stephen King's It, the clown character. The creature. Like, I mean, even this version of the Cardinal, played by Peter Capaldi, who many of you will probably know from Doctor Who. See how he wears black for the darkness? So, now basically, you see this scene from Jason Bourne. See how Alicia Vikander is driving a van in this scene? Well, basically, it represents just like those people in real life getting run over by vans. And this scene is literally set in Las Vegas. Well, they're on their way to Las Vegas at least. And a lot of people think that it's actually predicting, like, the Las Vegas shooting before it even happened.
It wasn't supposed to go like this. I wanted to talk.
Where's Dewey going?
He's going to Vegas to speak with Aaron Kalora at the Cyber Convention. The agency recruits through every year.
What's Iron Hand?
So Iron Hands could be just like Iron Fist.
What's Iron Hand?
So you obviously saw the zoom in on the Illuminati pyramid. But the thing is about these Bourne films, like, a lot of them, well, all of them, like, they seem to reference the MK Ultra program from real life. Like, Captain Hook represents just like the Cardinal, and just like Iron Man. See how Iron Man wears red and yellow, just like Captain Hook, see? Just like the Sheriff of Nottingham is wearing black, just like Peter Capaldi's Cardinal. Then we even have Moriarty. He's also wearing black, see? And then the Master, also wearing black for the darkness. Suit. Just like the elites are sometimes referred to as suits. Apparently, the Las Vegas shooter was an accountant, a retired accountant. just like Ben Affleck, the accountant movie.